It's back, boys. The Kodiak 100. They have updated it, and let's go check it out. See if it's flying any better than before. We're gonna put it cold and dark. Do a cold and dark startup. I don't know if you remember this airplane, but it's from Dasher. It was a really good airplane, and then it came out about 2 years ago. It had like the realistic engine failure, and you can blow up the engine by starting it. But if you did that, you would have to come out of the simulator and go back into it in order for the engine to work again. However, let's go ahead and jump inside and check it out. It is currently working again, supposedly. So that's a good sign. We're going to try it out, see how it flies. It was pretty much working for when it first came out. And then they had updated Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it completely stopped working for a majority of people. It was working for some. It didn't work for me. And I haven't used this plane in about the same amount of time it came out. Probably it's been 2 years. So I'm curious to see how it goes. It looks beautiful inside and out. I did take a look at it before I made this video as far as what it looks like. And I definitely see that it is a very, very beautiful aircraft indeed. I mean, just the texturing alone, and look at this. I mean, it is beautiful. It does have some features. The doors do open. You got a fire extinguisher. If you click on it, you can make yourself appear or disappear. Doors do open with functioning sound, cup holders, and I believe this one had, yeah, movable lights. I remember. And of course, we have the back door that opens too, which is pretty cool to see if you want to load up some stuff. Now let's go ahead and try to close these up here, and we'll get started with the aircraft. Does have wheel chocks as well. Now I don't know what the features are on this aircraft. I don't think it has an iPad, but it does have some clickable spots there. Close and lock the door. All right, let's go ahead and start it up and try it out. So we'll do oops, no wait, battery. And I think you could do standby on here, right? Or fuel pump to start. You don't necessarily need the fuel pump to start, supposedly. I'm not sure if that's still a thing with this one. Beacon, navigational lights, and we're going to start this bad boy up. So let's check the engine monitor. This, you have to put that plunger down in order for the fuel to go. Make sure that all your condition levers are in the idle position and your throttle. And then we'll go ahead with the start. So, let's see, where is the, I believe this is the starter, right? Yeah. And then when you get to about 10 or so, which doesn't take too long, you can go ahead and introduce fuel at low idle. And we'll put the prop up slowly here. Gotta watch the ITT, it's gonna start coming up here. Oh, you know what? I forgot that you have to put fuel in. Don't forget the fuel. It does sound beautiful. Listen to that thing. Alright, so we're watching for ITT. ITT is good. And the NG. NG is good. Okay. Cool. There's some warnings and alerts here. Initiator back to off. Alternator can come on there. Engine. Now, I forget what this is, but I know that's part of something, right? Standby auxiliary. Do we need that? No. I know there's something way to turn that off. I forget how it is, to be honest with you. Let's see. I'm just gonna mess around with this. So pitot heat can come on. Cabin lights, landing lights, all the good stuff. All right, let's try to fly this bad boy. We'll keep it at low. Everything's looking good so far. It sounds really good. Landing lights. You do have a strobe on here too. You can do pulsating. I believe pulsating. Maybe you can only see it at night, but you do have that option. A lot of nice lighting in this aircraft. Okay, let's go ahead and take the brake off here and let's get rolling. Let me see, where are the brakes in here? There it is. There we go. I do like this aircraft though. Put one notch of flaps. It kind of has that vibe of a Cessna Caravan, but I believe the Kodiak is better aircraft in general. However, for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, this is 2020. The Caravan is definitely a better aircraft as far as flight characteristics, in my opinion. But you know what? I didn't fly this often enough to figure that out, so let's try it. Did we take the brake off? Oh yeah, we did. Alright. We're just going to taxi down here and try it out. I'll try to fly this bad boy. It's a beautiful aircraft. I definitely like the way it's made. Look at those tires. I believe this is the Tundra edition. It does come with a bunch of liveries. I don't know if you're still capable of blowing this aircraft up for the engine. That's something we got to figure out. Okay, there's something drastically wrong with my rudder pedal still. So I don't know what is going on with that. Oh, my brakes are in reverse. My brakes are somehow in reverse right now. Okay, so we'll just fix that really quick here. Okay, let's just put that there. Okay, now they're working. Alright, that's what the problem was. I was like, why does it keep stopping? The brake accents are in reverse there. So let's check it out at night too and see how that is. What the heck? I turned it to night. Uh-oh. It has a glitch. It's not supposed to do that. That is not good. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a problem with it. That's going to have to be worked out. So we found one issue with it, with the update. Yeah. It's not supposed to go to dark when the dark comes on like that. That is definitely an issue. Interesting. So one little bug there, but I'm sure that could be resolved in another 2 years. Hopefully they don't take that long to update it again. That's the only disappointment thing, is like they waited 2 years to update this thing. I do like the way it looks and everything, but I mean, how do you get that wrong? Is there something I'm doing wrong? Look, I go here. Let's just check one more time here. Yeah, that is not supposed to happen. I don't get that. Alright. Well, I guess it is what it is, boys. Alright, let's it does sound really good. The engine sounds good. But man, the little bugs, dude. It's unbelievable. We're gonna cut through the lawn here, just so we can get a takeoff without taking 20 hours here. And we're gonna take off and try to fly this thing. I'll also see if the engine blows up. Once we land it, I'll take back off, and then I'll purposely try to blow up the engine. Let's try it out, boys. So we'll put the condition lever to high here. High idle. Okay. And then we'll put power in here. Airspeed's alive. Just keeping an eye on my temp here. 50 knots, 60 knots, 70. Let's start lifting up here. And we're up. Looks pretty good. Flaps coming up. I like the engine with the little smoke coming out of there. That's a nice touch. The sounds are amazing. Sounds really nice. It's very smooth to fly. I would have to say it definitely handles very good. If you can see. And we crashed. Okay, so I guess you can't do everything. We had engine damage immediately from just doing that little bit. So maybe there's a little bit of bug still with it. We're going to try it one more time. But we'll try it with low idle now, and we'll try it the way they want, right? On the ground. So we'll just go right to the runway, take off, and see if it's functional. So it's still... excuse me. Very sensitive with the engine, and it does blow up pretty easily, so... I didn't have flaps set, so that's kind of weird that it did that. Usually, when flaps are set, it would blow up the engine immediately like that. Last time I flew this thing. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, the developers, I don't know if they're getting worse or better, but definitely try harder, you know? Or, maybe it's something with the coding. I'm not sure what's going on, but look, now we're in the dark and it's working, so maybe that one just had a glitch. I don't know. Look, yeah, so now it's working. You see the avionics is working? Okay, so that's a good sign, right? Let's see, real weather. And let's try this again. Okay, this has high condition lever all the way up here. So maybe that's something I did not know. Alright, let's try it. It has flaps down too, which is kind of interesting. Let's try this again. Hopefully we don't blow up the engine too bad. We're off the ground. Flaps 1 coming up here. Alright, let's try this. I'm not banking too hard here, so it shouldn't have an issue.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay, we're not trying to sink, believe me. I'm gonna pull back some power here. It's very nose heavy. I don't know why it's so nose heavy. I'm gonna try to land this thing without crashing. It's definitely very nose heavy, which seems like it wouldn't be correct, but I don't know for sure. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. Alright, let's turn back around, try this again without blowing up the engine. I think if it was 2024, I probably would have stalled the aircraft at this bank angle, but it seems to be flying okay. It's not bad. I can't get that speed to come out though. So
don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Let's put a notch of flaps in here. There we go. See if we can get this thing on the ground without blowing up the engine. Now it's slowing down a lot. I'm putting a little bit more power in. See what we can do. And then I'm going to attempt to try to blow up the engine on takeoff here. Hopefully I land it without tanking it too bad. Doing 77 knots right now. It's not bad, right? I'm gonna get over the threshold here. Take a little bit of power out. Not much, because I want to touch down nice. We got time. Okay, there we go. And now let's just see if I gun it. All the way up. Throttle all the way up. I just threw that throttle right up.
Don't sink.
Alright.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
It's not blowing up the engine
Don't
right now.
Sink. Don't sink. Don't
I
sink.
do have
Don't sink.
I pulled the propeller back a little bit here.
Don't sink. Don't
We're gonna
sink.
come back around
Don't
for
sink.
another landing.
Don't sink.
I tried to blow up the engine that time
Don't
on takeoff,
sink.
but it didn't
Don't
let me.
Sink. Don't sink.
I put the flaps up. We're coming back around here. I'm gonna start pulling some power. I'm gonna aim for that runway on the other side there. One more landing here.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
You know what? Let's try the
Don't
autopilot
sink.
real quick
Don't
here.
Sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Autopilot's
Don't
working
sink.
great.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Let's see.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Yeah,
Don't
autopilot's
sink.
not
Don't
working bad.
sink. Don't sink. Don't
Okay.
sink. Don't sink.
Took that off. Let's see here. Come back around. Where's our flight director? Oh, the autopilot's down here. Okay. We have a good flight director. So the autopilot's really good in this thing. So maybe there's a glitch if you do cold and dark, but it seems to be working relatively well. Even the avionics, the way it's handling right now, it's working very nice. So it looks like there's a little bit of glitches when you try to do it cold and dark for a startup. Maybe there's a little bit more they have to work on. Other than that, the only thing about the developer is I think it took them about 2 years to update this aircraft, but it was a really good aircraft when it first came out, so I give them credit for that. I don't know if they updated it, but some people said it worked good for them the whole time. Other people said it didn't. I actually really enjoyed this aircraft. I thought it was a solid aircraft overall. The only thing that I didn't like is that it took forever to update. As you can see, I mean, this is 2 years later, so I don't know what happened with that. But overall, this is definitely a pretty good aircraft in my opinion. However, if you have 2024 simulator and you have the Caravan, this would be very unnecessary to have because the Caravan has all this plus more. Unless you just like the Kodiak. If you like the Kodiak, I say go for it, you know. It's a beautiful aircraft. I hope to get the rest of the bugs worked out with this thing. And I would like to see more about this aircraft. Maybe it will go into 2024 eventually. That would be great. I would love to fly this in 2024. We have some pretty solid general aviation aircrafts in 2024. I would say 2024 for general aviation is great. Once they get the bugs worked out, I think it would be. I have the career mode, but I don't really want to fly in career mode because right now they have not worked everything out with the avionics. So I'm hoping that they get that sorted, and once they get that sorted, we'll be able to do some long haul flights because some of those are in a 737-800 and they're like 10 hours, or in a caravan for a medical patient for 6 hours, you know. But the aircrafts and also the stream crashing is the things I worry about with that. But 2024, I still really like 2024. I do like that they updated this aircraft. I think this is a very solid aircraft, the Kodiak. I love it. As far as an airplane goes, I think, you know, there's a couple little issues. Let's go ahead and take out the power here, put the prop back. Just get the sound there. I'll show you one last thing with this thing real quick. It's pretty nice as far as that goes, right? That's the sounds, right? So we're gonna start it up and just try to blow up the engine real quick here. It's beautiful looking though, right? That's just for the thumbnail. Okay, let's jump inside. All right, now let's screw this baby up real quick here. I'm just gonna throw everything in there. Now watch the ITT. You see the ITT is screaming? You hear it? Do you hear it? We just blew up the engine. You hear it? It's blowing up. Right now it should be smoking and everything else and probably flames coming out. But I totally destroyed the engine just there. Because I put everything all the way to high. So don't do that if you ever start it, you know. Take your time with it. It doesn't like that. I don't know if there's a secret way to fix that. But yeah, we just blew up the crap out of that engine. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. You hear it? It's not happy. It's definitely not happy. Alright, well anyway, that's the Kodiak, and that's how you destroy the engine. Definitely still good aircraft, and it has the realistic engines. This plane is awesome for a lot of things. It has a couple different variants too. It comes with the Tundra wheels and the regular one. I think they have a skydiving one, and they have like a passenger one. I think one with this box underneath it and one without. But a bunch of different colors. They have yellow. Yellow is really nice looking in my opinion. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.